How's it, guys? Welcome back for another video. My name is Cameron, you can call me Super King Cam. In this video we're going to be looking at the PRB2 leaks, what we've seen that's coming now, and the alt arts, and what are those alt arts currently in the sets available. Hope you enjoy the video. Cool, so let's discuss the alts for the leaks that we have for PRB2. We have, on this page, we have Whitebeard, played in normally a Shanks deck. It uses a control version of Shanks. Not really running a Whitebeard deck because obviously you're losing a life every turn. Very much not smart to play a control deck when you're losing a life every turn. So they've got more for the aggressive package. But this card normally running Shanks, in Shanks deck actually, and then we have Shanks himself. And then we have Robalucci for the finger pistol. We can go Shigen. Yeah, first thoughts. Edward Newgate always looks great. This card looks sick. Like his beer SP card, ridiculous. Love the look. Love the fact that he's got his whole armada around him, like his whole crew there. Love that. The Shanks card as well. It's fire, dude. The concentration, the looks. I'm a big Shanks guy. This card looks sick. I love the look. Like you see that glare, you know for a fact this is the last thing kids saw. Man, that oak got. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you just look at that face, he looks like you're finished, bro. It's game's over. He's not playing around. And if you know Shank's character, he normally is playing around. But when you look at that card, you're like, yo, this is over. Then we have Rob Lucci doing the Shigen finger pistol. Everyone loves this card. It's very, very strong in Blackbeard. The trigger is ridiculous. The fact that it activates the main, very, very nice. Overall, I think all three of these cards probably going to be like the marquee alts you can get in the set that we know of so far. And I mean, for price ranges, they're probably going to be on the higher end, around $30-40. I think they're just strong cards in general and see play. And this green Shanks, you'll see him in the Bonnie decks, and then Shigen will be majority of black decks do play finger pistol. So if we were to look basically at the English versions of the cards, and the normal versions, it's the Whitebeard one would be a 7-cost 8k power, just on play, give a rest of Don to your lead or character, and then activate main. You may rest this character, knock up to one of your opponent's characters, or 5,000 power less. So it's a very, very strong card, but very niche. Like, majority of the time, red is known for aggro, but in this sort of red, it's kind of controlled. So you minusing power with cards like Otama or Red Force, and then you just use Edward Newgate to just kind of control the board, keep resting and carrying. Very, very strong card. I love this card. I used it when I played Shanks, but unfortunately, Shanks is my favorite character. I didn't enjoy the style of the deck. For those who know me, like, I'm very much an advocate for thematic decks, and the fact that I have to play a Whitebeard in a Shanks deck just threw me off. Then we have obviously just normal Shanks. This played in Bonnie. Knock up to one of your opponent's rested characters on play, like the KO one of your rested characters. Very strong because Bonnie can actually rest any character. So you can set up the turn before, you kind of use your lead ability, rest the character, or if your opponent drops a big body, they're going to want to swing into you. The very next turn, you slam this bad boy on the field and then you KO it. Super effective, very, very strong, and even the art of just this normal art of the card is great. And the fact that it's a starter deck card means that when it gets a reprint, it actually... It's very nice because you don't have to go out and buy the card from the starter decks. And then obviously, Shigen, finger pistol. You may trash 2 cards from the top of your deck, carry up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 5 or less. This card was printed in EBO 1, so extremely expensive. I mean, just for a normal rare, and you're looking at, I mean, it's gone down a bit. Not to, I guess it's $8 now. Maybe it was gone down because I think maybe people thought Blackbeard would be out of the meta, or that the new was going to be reprinted in PRB2, then someone predicted it well. Or maybe just the fact that like they didn't think that Blackbeard isn't doing well in the middle, or that they thought it was going to get printed in the Blackbeard starter decks. I don't know why. It's a CPU 9. It's not like Blackbeard Pirates, but it is played in the Blackbeard Pirates deck. So maybe there was a weird, like, put together theory there. But I mean, obviously the fact you see him finger pistoling poorly, pistoling poorly. If you look at the art here, you can actually see that rope from poorly. It's pretty sick. I like that. and obviously you can see his jacket and his jacket here, and Paulie's about to get absolutely destroyed. I remember this scene clearly. I was like, what? No way, he's a traitor. Anyway, cool. Then move on to the next one. We have, let's start with these ones. So basically we know that these, I can minimize that. Basically we know that these secret rares will be included in the set. And yes, it's going to make the price tank probably for Sanji. But, and obviously, like the only really meta card out of the two secret rares is the Sanji. But I do want you to keep in mind that when they do reprints, they're going to add a pencil onto it. So like the original Sanji card won't have that pencil. I don't know if it means much to you. Obviously, if you're playing with it, it doesn't make a difference. But for collectors, it does make a difference. And I do collect cards. I play with it as well. But obviously, I mean, it's like I enjoy it. But for the collector side of things, like I definitely think the price will go down. I mean, you saw that in all the other prints as well. But I mean, it is going to be cool. Maybe in 5 to 10 years' time, saying, "Yeah, I have the original Sanji with without the pencil mark, like the first one from the OPTCG." I mean, okay, I'm going on a tangent, but yeah. So the four alts in this page, we have Trafalgar Law, a menace in OP09. We have Basil Hawkins, which has seen a lot of play in Yellow Kid and Purple Robin, I believe. Then we have Jesus Burgess, the trash yard monster in Blackbeard, and we have Lime Juice. First thoughts on this, I'd say the Trafalgar Law, absolutely stunning looking card. Really, really like it. Let me move it a bit here. Really, really like this look of this card. I am a bit upset at the fact that there's no 7 Warlords of the Sea Leader at the moment that can like fully utilize it. I mean, I know Dofi is still relatively alright. Maybe like a B to A tier deck, but I mean, it's not winning any regionals. Let's be honest. Boa definitely not winning any regionals. So you can't really use this card at the moment, which is kind of mad, but it's nice to have because the law, I mean, OP09, this law ran the show. If you're playing into aggro, you could clear the board the whole time. Playing into big body, like big decks that draw out the game, like a control deck, you use this to really match that control and that tempo. And you're playing against decks that like to swing high, and then you kept bouncing your Sengokus for counter to put down to get other 2Ks the whole time, so you kept resources up. This card was a menace, dude. This card does everything. I don't know what they were thinking when they printed this card. For me, probably the strongest 4-drop card in the game. Even now. Obviously, it doesn't have play, but I still think it's the strongest. Then you have Basil Hawkins, which, I mean, I know Basil Hawkins is a character, so when I look at the card, I kind of don't feel intimidated, and I feel like they were trying to go for a whole intimidating look, but I know this guy. He ain't him. Burgess, don't really like the art. I can actually hear this card. Like, I can hear he's doing his ha-ha-ha, like, laugh that he does. He's ha-ha-ha, whatever, not the ha, the other one, ha-ha-ha, that he does. I can hear it in my head. And then Lime Juice, this looks sick. This art looks dope. I really, really like it. So we can actually just see the English variants now. Trafalgar Law, you may return one of the characters to your owner's hand. If your leader has the 7 Warlords type of the Sea type, return one character with cost of 4 or less to its owner's hand. So basically what you did was you play the Law, you bounce a Sengoku, and then you bounce one of your opponent's characters and control the board. Or if you, I mean, that's a great way to do it. Or if you want to loop the whole time, you play the Law, bounce the Law back, and then bounce one of your opponent's characters, and you kept doing that, and you kept looping it, and looping it, and looping it. And because Doflamingo can be playing 4 costs for 3 Don, essentially, by swinging 7, it was OP. Very, very great. Loved it. Bring Dofi back, please. I'm dying here. Anyway, Basil Hawkins. On KO, trash up to 1 card at the top of your deck, or your opponent's life card, sorry. Trigger, trash 2 card, draw 2 cards, and trash 1 card from your hand. Rare card, very cheap, has effect. So why this card is so strong for Kid is because you can actually make it a blocker, and when they swing into you, you can KO this card and you trash one of your opponent's lives. So not only do you save your life, but you trash one of your opponents. It's pretty strong. But for why I like it is because of who the character he is. So I'm not going to spoil anything, but it pretty much sums up his style of fighting. You know, I take damage, but you lose life, which is pretty cool. I like that. And then Jesus Burgess. The character cannot be KO'd by opponent's effects. If a leader has Blackbeard Pirates type, this character gains 1,000 every 4 cards in your trash. So everyone knows who this card is. He's an absolute menace. We all know Kuzan, into Burgess, and then this card cannot be carried by FX. Yes, trash is on, like, you got like 30, 40 things in the trash, give them extra 10k. Yeah, okay, never that high, but I think the most I've seen, actually I saw a friend have this card on 15k like a couple of days ago. I think he had like 2 cards left in his deck. But yeah, crazy. Then Lime Juice. On play, your opponent's character cannot activate up to 1 blocker with a cost of 4,000 power or less. I'm not too sure how often this card still run into Shanks. I know they run the Otama as a 2k. I know they run Hongo as a 2k. Maybe they run this still. I don't know. I haven't played Shanks in a minute. But it's still very effective, and it's a 2k, and the art is sick. This card looks dope. I really, really like it. The fact that he has like Shanks' skull, like flag, Jolly Roger on his head, and then obviously he's holding a sword, and he just looks legit. I like the card. Just put it like that. But I'm a Shanks Redhead Pirates kind of guy. Then next we have Zoro Usahashi and Tony Johnny Chapa. So thank goodness there's another Usahashi alt, because the SP was very, very expensive. I don't know if anyone is going to be paying. I think it's $190 now for the SP. That's ridiculous. This Zoro very, very strong in the Usopp deck. I see a lot of them actually using like a Navy build with the Zoro in the Usopp deck. Basically, yeah, I'll go over it. It's what it does now. Very, very strong. And then the Tony Chopper, I laugh, but this is actually the other 2k that's played in the Shanks. So like I said earlier, why with the white beard I don't play Shanks is because there's no Shanks cards in the Shanks deck. There's also another 2k that is running the Shanks deck. It's the blocker. And yeah, so that probably takes Lime Juice's place as well. But I digress. We will have enough of the violin today. So yeah, Tony Chopper, blocker, 4 cost, 4k. After your opponent declares an attack, you may rest this card. Opponent's turn, this character gains 2,000 power, and it's a 2k counter. Very, very strong card. I mean, how's the old? So there was that other old where it was Nami with Sanji's head on it. So this is Sanji with Chopper's head on it. So they're probably going to do that for all the Punk Hazard cards. They're going to put that the little badge on it. I like that. Maybe it's a cool thing, it's a niche thing to collect. Maybe you collect the Sanji, collect the Nami, collect the Tony Choppers and all of it. Like maybe they'll do it with all of them, you know? Probably. That's what they're going for. Then you have Usahachi. This art is great. I love it. I mean, it's going to never be able to compete with the SP, but I think this is very, very cool. The fact that he has the toad on the head, he's holding a sword, and he's got the whole fake beard. It looks very like Japanese. Obviously with all the pink and purple flyers going around. I love it. So this card is Usahachi. It's a starter deck card as well, which is nice. So you don't have to buy it. If you have 8 or more Don cards on your field, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less. It's a 2k counter. It's a staple in all Straw Hat decks. This is him. How much is it now? It's gone down a bit. $9. It's going back up. Yeah, it's going to go back up. $12. It's going back to $10. But this card is him. Like, it's played in every purple deck that is Straw Hat. It's Straw Hat searchable, that's why. And it's a 2k. And its effect is really insane because you can go for lethal if your opponent puts down a blocker and it's on zero life. You can even just rest it and just swing into something that you want, because this card makes blockers useless. And then finally, Zoro. You may rest one of your Dressrosa type leaders or stage cards, normally the stage, unless the guy's really working on these searches. Knock up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less, and trash 2 cards from the top of your deck. Very, very nice, because the milling of the cards works well with certain functions like Tempest Kick, which guys like to use with this card now. And then obviously for those who play like the mainstay style of Usopp, they'll use it for King Kong gun. But there is the Marine type, like the Navy type, which actually uses it for other things like the Manchuri, the Rebecca, the Brook, the Zorro. Yeah. Let's go look at that artwork actually. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not like amazing, I like the thunder around, like the lightning. Sorry, I like the wind. I think, is this when you fought? I don't know. I like it. It's not like amazing. I just don't like. I don't understand. Is he grinning or is he smoking or is he looking serious? I can't tell. But I like the fact that you can see all three of the swords. He definitely he's leaping for an attack or something. He's generating force. Tres Rosa was when he fought Pika, I think. So was it Pika? Like that big mountain? Is he going to go attack Pika? That's why he's jumping and that's where he's going for at the moment. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm remembering something else, but I think that could be it. I like the art, man. End of the day, anything with Zoro is cool. So Zoro's always a legend. But obviously, if you look here, it was Pika. Yeah, it's literally right on this card. Pika. This guy's voice annoyed me, eh? Wow. And yeah, the three swords. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so I was on the right track. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, guys, so those are the cards. We have a quick review of the alts. We have Whitebeard, we have Lucci, we have Shanks. Then we have Then we have Trafalgar Law, Basil Hawkins, Burgess, and Lime Juice. And then we have Sanji, 2020 Chopper, nearly got me there, Zoro, and Uso Hachi. So this is the Straw Hat page. Yeah, so those are the odds that are coming in PRB2. Hopefully we get to see some more as we build up to it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.